All right. Good morning. Today is January 12th, 2021. It is a Tuesday. Today we are going to review our Google Meets etiquette, review our class norms, review and recite our mission statement and goals. And then I need to double check and make sure that you've accepted the HEB ISD assessment invite on campus. So you should have an HEB ISD assessment course. I don't exactly know what it looks like from y'all's end, so I may have to log into a student's account to kind of see if we can make sure that everybody has it. Then we are going to go over our science warm-up. In Canvas, we have a CBA 2 review escape room that we will be completing today because you do have the CBA 2 that you're doing tomorrow. Then when you're done with that, you can get on Education Galaxy Science. And then if we have time, we will get to the workshop. I will tell you this, that some of you have already started working on the workshop, and yesterday I went through and updated all of my grades last night. Now, I haven't done it this morning, so if you've done anything after 7 o'clock last night, I have not graded it yet. But anything before maybe it was like 6. I don't remember what time it was. It may have been like 6 or 6:30 when I finally shut my computer off. But if you completed anything before, let's just say 6. We'll put the cutoff time at 6. If you completed anything before 6 o'clock, it's been graded. You've either got a complete or an incomplete or a number grade. I may have left a comment in it. I know for a lot of those makeup assignments, you guys are getting it done, but you're not getting it done well. Like, some of them are writing prompts, right? So one of the comments that I've left back is, if you're writing and all you did was one sentence without capitalization and grammar, proper grammar and punctuation, is that something you would have turned in for Miss Lindsay? And it's not. So please do not do any of the makeup writing prompts if all you're going to do is type one sentence that has no capitalization, no punctuation, because that's not what you would turn in for Miss Lindsay. Hang on just a second. So please understand, when I told you about the makeup assignments, it's very important that you do them and do them well, okay? I'm sorry, but I'm not going to give you credit for one sentence. That's just not what you would do for Miss Lindsay. Don't you have like a topic sentence, and then like, where's your boxes and bullets? Like, that all applies when you're doing a writing prompt. I know this writing a prompt is about science, but we've talked about the fact that it is cross-curricular. So you are writing like you would write with Miss Lindsay, only it's about science. So you need to go all in with it if that's the makeup work that you're gonna do. If on the multiple choice ones where you read it, if you missed more than 2, I put incomplete and requested you to go back and make some changes. It's, again, if you're going to make it up well. Do well. You have to do it. I mean, you don't have to do it. If you choose not to do it, then you're also choosing to accept the grade that you've been given or that you worked for. I don't give grades. Grades are earned, okay? So if you earned it and it's not what you want, then you're going to have to work harder to get what you want, okay? There's nothing wrong with failing as long as you're trying. But guys, when it's one sentence in a writing prompt, that is nothing close to trying. And y'all know this. Y'all know this. You know that Miss Lindsay would never accept one sentence for a paper. So don't do it for science as well, okay? Math workshops, I noticed that some of you guys went in and did the math workshops. Answers only are not acceptable. You have to do your war, draw and label your strip diagram, write your equations, and then stack and solve. There's 4 things I'm asking for on those. The same things that Miss Harani would request of you. Guys, you're going to have to put in the work. right? You're going to have to put in the work, just like everybody else does every other day. And then if we have time, we can get on Education Galaxy, math, or science. All right, that's my soapbox for today. Our class norms are to be kind, be respectful, and be working. Guys, it's not just working, it's working hard. That's what we're here for. That's what we're here to do. Our mission statement. Oh, I need to go back. I skipped this. Show up on time. Our Google Meets etiquette. A lot of you have your cameras off. You know I'm making a big deal about that right now, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4 people without cameras. You need to turn them on. Please make sure that you show up on time. Try what was working just a minute ago when you first came on. Okay, well, I'm going to need you to turn your computer off and then turn it back on and see if we can't get it to work. Thank you. Make sure you have all your supplies. Mute your microphone. Video needs to be on. Raise your hand. If you have a question, wait for me to call on you because I am recording. Make sure that you're sitting up fully engaged in your learning and then leave at the end of the meeting. These 2 things that are required by the school district is your video must be on and you must leave at the end of the meeting. You cannot have a meeting by yourself, right? You cannot have a meeting by yourself. So you need to make sure that your camera is on and that you leave at the end. Now we can get all to this other stuff. Our mission statement. We will work together as friends and family in Mrs. Met's class to gain more knowledge, to work, and to learn. So we can all be successful. We will listen to each other. We will help each other. And we will encourage each other. We will make things happen and show the world we will not accept anything short of the best. Good job, guys. Our class goal is 100% of Mrs. Met students will show growth on unit assessments throughout the 2020-2021 school year. They will accomplish this goal by being purposeful and intentional with their time and learning. Guys, that purposeful and intentional part is all about you giving it your all. No matter what it is that you're doing, give it all you got. Those makeup assignments, give it all you got, right? Not going to give you credit for only doing half the work and not giving it all you got. But a couple of you decided just to go through and click submit on them, and they were completely blank. Like, you think that I don't look at them. I do. I expect a lot out of you guys because you're here to grow and to gain knowledge. You can't do that if you're not putting in the effort or work, okay? Y'all know I'm huge on knowledge is power. Readers are leaders. Note takers are world changers. And you guys are the next generation to run it all, okay? So I need y'all to be great. You are great. Go be great. All right. Today's learning objective is you will be reviewing weathering, erosion, and deposition. You need to find your notes on weathering, erosion, and deposition. You will know you have learned this and are prepared for the CBA 2 when you have opened all the locks in the escape room. There's a digital escape room that is assigned to you. And we will look at it together, but I'm not going to do it with you, okay? I want to know what you know. Your warm-up champs expectations, I really don't need to go through because you kind of already did it, so I'm going to skip this part. Our warm-up today says, a student designs an experiment to test how the height of a ramp affects the amount of force needed to lift an object. That's fantastic. The student sets up 2 ramps, both at the same height, and uses a spring scale to pull the object that is 200 grams up one ramp and an object that is 400 grams on the other ramp. Explain what the student should do to improve this experiment. Oh, really? Okay. Hang on a minute. Today's science assignment is a virtual breakout room. Wave at me if you've ever done one of those escape rooms. Have you ever done one in person? No, me neither. I've done them in the classroom as a teacher, but I've never gone to a place and done it, right? So today's science assignment is a virtual escape room. We're going to see how this works. I did not create it. It was given to me by the district, but I'm super stoked. So today's CHAMPS expectations is you were communicating at a level 0. Raise your hand and wait patiently if you have any questions. Your activity is your reading, thinking, solving. Your movement is to stay in your spot so that everyone can participate and stay focused, and everyone can be successful. I see some of you have questions. I need you to wait so that I can get through the instructions, and then I will give you lots of time to ask questions. All right, so this is what the escape room looks like. So what we're going to do, and I'm going to walk you through it, is we're going to go ahead and get into Canvas because I have it set up in your assignments. So let me open up my Canvas page. I would recommend that you go open up your Canvas page as well and kind of listen to my instructions, okay? Again, I see a couple of you have your hand raised button on. Please let me get through the instructions and I will get to you as soon as I can. This goes a whole lot faster if I can do it without being interrupted, all right? All right, perfect. Thanks for your patience, guys. All right, so you guys have taught me that, there's a couple of things I want to go over real quick and just really, really fast because we have time in this class. Do y'all see this to-do list over here? So when I go into student view, it shows me a test student. So I'm kind of like the test student. And if I look at this to-do list, you see this long list of things to do? These are all the assignments that I have not completed. Do you hear me? These are all the assignments I have not completed. So if you're ever wondering what you are missing, that's the first place you need to go look. Go look at that to-do list. If it is on your to-do list, you need to click on it, complete it, submit it. Thumbs up? Okay, another thing you can look at to see if something's missing is over here on the left-hand side of your screen, you have a calendar. Do you see that calendar? Thumbs up if you see it. Okay, if you click on that calendar, I discovered this the other day because I follow a couple of Canvas Facebook pages that kind of give you tips and tricks. So I'm going to scroll back a couple of weeks so that you can kind of see something. Whoa. Okay, just kidding. Let's go back to January. Okay. So if I look at these weeks in January, I want you to take a look at something. So do you see these assignments that have lines through them? Those assignments that have lines through them means you have submitted it and I have graded it. It is done. If it does not have a line through it, it means one of two things. One, you have not done it. So you need to click on it and go double check to make sure that you have submitted it. Or double check that you've submitted it and it needs to be graded. But I get a lot of questions from you guys and parents and guardians asking, what are they missing? It is, again, it is your responsibility to go check your stuff. I am trying to figure out easier ways to navigate all of this because trust me, this whole Canvas stuff is new to all of us. So we are all learning. But I am going to tell you, this calendar and your to-do list are the two things that you need to start paying attention to. If it's on your to-do list, you need to do it. If it's in your calendar and it doesn't have a line through it, then you still need to do it. If there is a line through it, it's because you have marked it off, it is done, and it is graded. Thumbs up. All right. I am going to go back to our fun little breakout room that I'm so super excited about. What do you mean access denied? Oh, let me go into courses, not dashboard. That's why my access is denied. Oh, you know what? When you go, I'm going to pause for a second. Check on your courses. Do you have the HEB ISD assessment course? Do you have the HEB ISD assessment course? If you do not, you need to unmute and tell me now. It is, honestly, I don't have the full details. I do know this, that I think that is where some of your assessments are going to be going from now on. Like your science assessment is going to go there. Yeah, I don't know. Hang on a second. I'm going to see if I can't get it. Yes. Nope. And I'm not saying nope the way that I'm saying it because of you, but apparently I only have access to it on an iPad to show you. And yesterday, Classlinks was not allowing any of the uploaded apps to work, and I still can't get it to work. So, like, I just tried to log into Cruises, and I can't get into his Canvas. So, if somebody raise your hand if you have it on Canvas and you can show us. Kamani, do you know how to present? I'm going to stop presenting. Will you present yours and kind of show us where it's at? So I want y'all to watch. Kamani's going into her Canvas. What's dashboard? Oh, her dashboard is all her stuff. So can you, okay, so stop there, Kamani. So y'all should all have this HEB assessment in PE. This HEB assessment in PE. Somebody's talking. Pardon me? Yours is a list? Okay, you have a list. So hang on just a second. No, if there's nothing to fix, it's a preference. Kamani might like hers as tiles, like I do, and some people might like a list, like Tyler. There's nothing to fix. It's just a preference. Okay? So you should have this on your list or on your tile. Okay, Cruz, let me go see if I can see your screen. All right, Cruz, go into your Canvas. I'm watching your screen. Oh no, Cruz, you do have it. See where you have 3-6 art, 4th grade music, and then HEB, go back up. It's on the top right there, HEB Assessment, MPE. Do you see it? You have it. Fantastic. Thank you, Cruz. Anybody else? Yours is going to be a different color. It depends on whatever your color scale is set at for them. Thank you, Kamani, for sharing. Anybody else? Cruz, you can click that raise your hand button. Turn that off. Scarlett, how about you? Are you good? Yay! All right. Because, guys, if you do not have that, you will not be able to take this test tomorrow, and then we have big problems. Okay? We don't want that. So please make sure that you have the HEB Assessment MPE. All right, getting back to our science. Since I couldn't show you that other stuff. But we got it covered. Y'all are good. All right. I'm going to start recording so I can get through this. But I didn't. All right. So you see today's assignment. You should all be looking in your Mrs. Metz modules. Today's assignment is Science Week W19D2, Tuesday, January 12th, 2021, CBA 2 Review Escape Room. You're going to click on that. Your objective is to use the clues to uplock, try unlock. I'll have to change that. To unlock the locks, you must unlock them in numerical order to complete the Google form embedded. You need to authorize. So I'm going to go down here and authorize. If yours says you need to authorize, you need to authorize. I'm going to go make sure everybody, why is mine not authorizing? Oh, because I'm in student view. That's no fun. All right, I'm going to leave student view so I can show you all this. So, anywhere you have, like, it turns into a hand, do y'all see that my arrow turns into a hand? There's clues there, okay? It has been, and I believe, like, the plant's a clue, the water's a clue, there's a little note here, there's a beaker, there's a funnel, there's a, oh, that rabbit's not a clue. There's books, and there's books, okay? These are anywhere where it turns into a hand, you can click on it, and it sends you to a clue. It was recommended that you grab a sheet of paper to track your answers because you're then going to go click on this Google form and enter all your answers into the Google form to get credit for this assignment. Thumbs up? Okay. I am going to click on this. They said this was a teacher note. I'm going to click on the teacher note and see what it says. Oh, this is fun. All right, so it says, Dear class, I was just trying out some new locks to see which ones would work best on Cadbury's rabbit cage. I was called to the office for a parent meeting and didn't have time to unlock the locks and put Cadbury back in his cage. Oh, no! Would you please be so kind as to unlock all of the locks so that you can get Cadbury put away for the evening? Thank you. Be prepared. I like that. Be prepared. That's the teacher's name. So it opened up a PDF. I'm going to close that PDF, and it brings me back into my, because every time you open something, it opens it up in a new tab, right? So does the clock change? No. Okay, I'm going to go to Weathering Way. I want to go to this sign that says Weathering Way, and I'm going to click on it and see what happens. This is exciting. Oh. Oh. Okay. So, plants. Weathering Way. Oh. Ice, water, wind. Oh, this is very interesting. No, I clicked on the sign that says Weathering Way. Did it? Oh. Well, then I guess you have to figure out what that graph does, huh? So I'm going to go back and see what this form looks like. All right. Okay. So I went and clicked on that form. I'm going to put my name in. See what happens. So lock number 1 is break it up. It's a directional lock. Your answer, right? I need to do it. Oh, okay. So I'm going to go back to Weathering Way. So I have number 1 through 6, and I have to look at, and I have my sheet of paper, okay? So I have my sheet of paper, and it's 1 through 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And I'm looking at number 1, and it's, I think number 1 is either, the changes for number 1 is either caused by plants, ice, water, or wind. I think number 1 is caused by wind. So I'm going to say it's going to be up. Hang on, I got you guys raising your hands, so let me pause. Know that the signs, the street-looking signs things, are each a file. The pictures are each a file. The plant is going to be a file. The water jug is a file. The beaker is a file. The funnel is a file. The books, each set of books are a file. Okay? That's going to open you up into a clue. I opened up the sign for Weathering Way first. When I clicked on Weathering Way, it's going to open up a PDF. Now, if you had the same problem as others, where when you click on it and it's bringing up what we did yesterday, you need to make sure that you've closed all other files except for the ones that we are working on right now. Or it's going to open up the PDF that you had opened earlier, okay? So I don't know how many of you guys do this, but at the end of every night, I always shut down my computer, completely shut it down, so that when I start it up in the morning, it's all fresh. So you might want to think about doing that so that when because if, honestly, these escape rooms are really fun. So we have to make sure that if we're going to do them, we don't have other things in our way. All right, so I'm going to look at number 2. Number 2, I have to decide. I have to decide if number 2 is caused by plants, ice, water, or wind. If it's plants, it's going to the right. If it's ice, it's going to the left. It's water, it's going down. If it's wind, it's going up. So number 2, I look at it and those rocks and the ground is breaking up. I say it's because of plants. So I'm going to say that it's going to the right. So I have up, right. Number 3, I'm going to say, since there's no water in that picture, that's going to be caused by, whoa, I don't know, wind. Our Google Meets etiquette states that you raise your hand and wait patiently. Please do not just unmute and start talking. I know that some of you have questions, but because I'm recording, I'm trying to get through the lesson, and then when I get to the end, I'll be like, hey, does anybody have any questions? Okay? So, patience, please. I see the hands. I see the hands. Give me a minute. The quicker I can get through the instructions, the quicker I can get to your questions. This goes so much smoother. I'm telling you right now, I know that it's hard when you have a question, but for the sake of time, please wait patiently. Okay? Please wait patiently. We have to wait until there's a moment where the teacher says, does anybody have any questions? And then it goes so much smoother, goes so much faster and so much smoother. Because there's a good chance I'm going to answer your question as we're going. So hang on, just hang on. All right, so number 3, I'm going to see if I can zoom in on this. Oh yeah, look at that. Number 3, I'm going to say wind. I'm going to say that kind of looks like desert layers. So I'm going to say wind. So I'm going to say up. I'm going to go wind. Number 4, definitely water. Definitely water. Water is down. So D. Number 5, I think those are river rocks. Those are river rocks. They're nice and smooth. So that kind of tells me they went tumbling down some water. So I'm going to say that number 5 is water. So I'm going to say down. And number 6 looks like it's snow and ice. So I'm going to say that it is going to the left. So as of right now, for break it up, my directions are U, R, U, D, D, L. U, R, U, D, D, L. So I'm going to go back to my Canvas page where the assignment is, and I'm going to click on that Google form. Now I've already opened it once, so it should already be open, and I'm going to go click on that Google form. Okay. Nope, it opens up a new one. Don't do that. Don't open up a second one. You're going to have to notice that your tabs are going across your screen. Go back to your Google form and the directional lock. So I'm going to check and see if I'm right. It says you have to do no spaces, 6 letters, all caps. So I'm going to do U, R, U, D, D, L. Let's see what happens. Oh. It takes me to the next one. All right. So then go to the next one. See what the next one does. All right.